Hello, thank you so much for joining me, and today we're going to be doing crafts with mudlarking find. Right, well finally we have made it to a vintage jam pot craft. Okay, I collect them, you know I do, you know I can't stop it. I've collected so many, so I thought, you know, it's about time I did another craft with them, because it's been a very long time since I did a craft with a jam pot, whatever you want to call it, jam pot, marmalade jar, something like that, you know, one of these. Okay, so I've got 3, so let's have a look at what I've chosen. And also my rough idea. As you know, I always say it's a head scratcher, and you know, it's always a head scratcher. I have a basic idea, as you know, and then we work through it ourselves, just gathering a few bits and pieces that I've got on the desk. So let's have a look what we've got down here. Right, we've got 3 jam pots here, 3 different ones. Okay, we've got this one with the wide lines and the narrow lines. It is a real one, as I would call it. Okay, so that's the first one. With the lid, if you watch the mudlarking, you'd see me find that not so long ago. Had a bit of a chip in it. I've just put some clay on it, and because it's going to be painted anyway. So that chip, I knew I wanted to keep it, even though it had the chip, because of that flower on it. Just made it something a little bit more special, didn't it? So that will go with that jam pot, and that also will go with that stand. Okay, so I nibbled off the bits that were sticking out, but it had a big lump in the middle that I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't sand it down or anything. So I just put some clay on, just so that we've got a level thing to glue onto. Okay, so that base is going to go with that one, because I want to create 3 different heights of things. That's something that I know for sure. Then we've got this jam pot with the narrow line, but not the really narrow lines. Even lines like that. Okay, and that one is going to go with that base, and you can see there I've just nibbled off the bits that stuck out. Well, if you saw me find it, you know that the bits stuck out on there. Just nibbled them off with some tile nibblers. I know it's a beautiful colour, but I'm going to paint it. That's going to be the stand for that one. And then this one's going to have no stand, just a plain one. A few little cracks in it, but we're not putting any sort of liquid in it, so we'll be okay. There you go. That's a different one again, isn't it? Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to decorate these. And also, before I attach that to that, I want to attach that to that. Just gives you a little bit of a base to decorate, and makes it a sturdy thing, doesn't it? It means I won't have to glue that on. I can glue that on there, but I don't have to glue that pot on there. So that stand could be interchangeable, really. I could put other things on it. Okay, so that's what I made that one flat for, so that I could put that on there. I've got a few new paints. So I've got this one, which is a duck egg chalk paint. I've got this one, which is a shabby chic furniture paint, silver. And this one, which is a chalk white paint. I did test them last night, actually, just to see what colours it looked like on wood. And those are the 3 colours. So you've got your duck egg there, you've got your chalk white, and your silver there. Okay, they're not bad, but you know, that's going to go on there. Right, okay, I've also got, I quite fancied doing something with that serviette, that napkin. So that's probably going to be one of them. I'll have that on it. And what I might use it, it's an idea I've got about using my jelly plate as well. I've got a jelly plate and some stencils, and I might see if I can transfer anything like that onto my jam pot. You know, I can try it, and if it doesn't work, you know, I can just paint over it. Right, and plus I've got ribbons, and let me see, I've just bought a couple of ribbons actually from the charity shop. I bought this one, which you can actually pull the end of, and it gathers. That's a vintage ribbon that I found in the charity shop. Okay, 50p. Okay, and then I also got this one. That's an iridescent and stretchy. I bought a few other things as well, which we might bring out, might not bring out. Okay, so let's start. First of all, let's plug my glue gun in so that we can attach these discs to these stands before we paint them. Okay, the glue gun is now heated up, so I want to use the double glue method that I usually use, which is E6000 for the permanent fix and the glue gun for the instant fix now for what we're doing. Right, so let's get the E6000 on first. Oops. Don't forget we're only doing them onto these things here, only gluing onto these. So put a nice big blob of the E6000 in the middle, maybe a little bit inside, a little bit. Okay. Okay, give them a moment to dry themselves, to set, whatever it is. Right, okay, so they'll set now, and what I'm going to do, I mean, I don't need to show you, but I'll tell you because you know what painting looks like. Okay, I'm just going to give, before I use my good paint, my new paint, my chalk paint, I'm just going to give everything a coat of white acrylic as like, you know, as a base coat for whatever it is I'm doing. Because they're all going to be painted or, you know, deca patched or something. So I'm just going to paint everything. I'm going to paint the stands. I'm going to paint the wood. And I'm going to paint the pots. And I'm probably going to paint the pots inside as well. Or shall I leave? You know, no. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to leave the insides, even though they're not bright white like the outside. Yeah, no, sorry. My brain's thinking, no, I'm going to leave the inside just natural, like that, naturally glazed. It's just the outside I'm going to decorate and the top edge. Okay, so I'm just going to give everything, just to start off with, because I don't want to use up too much of my paint, because look, the tins are tiny and it's very expensive. Right, it's quite expensive. I can't remember, something maybe like, I don't know if it's about £10, £12, can't remember. But, you know, it's not cheap for what you get. So I am just going to give everything a coat of white acrylic, apart from the insides. Not going to paint the insides. There you go. I'll bring you back when it's all got one coat of white acrylic paint. Everything's had a quick coat of the acrylic so we can start to decorate them. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to have to concentrate on one at a time. So that I don't get sidetracked and distracted as to what it is I'm going to be doing. Okay, right, so let's start with the little plinth and the jam pot, just like that. Okay, make sure that sits on there. Okay, sits on there perfectly. Right, so what, let's do this one using this serviette. Right, okay, so yeah, we'll do that one. I think we'll paint it with the chalk finish, just because I think that would go better with that, rather than painting it with the blue, because there's nothing blue on there, so I don't think it would match quite so well. So let's have a go at a bit of a shake. Let's have a go at painting. We'll tell you what, we'll paint them both with this chalk paint first before we start cutting out and sticking this little chap on. So that's white already, so I don't really need to paint the top of that. brush is awful. I'm just going to see if I can find a soft brush, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give everything a coat, maybe 2 coats of this chalk paint. So see what it looks like just with the acrylic on, and then hopefully when I come back it'll have the chalk paint on and it'll look a lot nicer. They've had 2 coats of the chalk paint now, and that looks a lot better. A nice chalky white finish on the pot and on the base. Okay, right, so let's start with the base, then move on to that, and then just see if we need anything else to marry them together. Okay, so I'm going to go for this for the first pot. So let's peel off the back bit. Let's see what will fit on there. Let's have a look. Okay, so I can see through there. So I'm just gonna see how that looks. Right, so I'm just gonna go around the edge with my finger, just to mark it. Like so, can you see the circle? I'm just going to cut that circle out. Right, let's put that to one side. We'll probably use some of that on the jar. Okay, let's get some Deca Patch glue. Ooh, and as per usual, the lid is stuck on. I like to be consistent. Right, okay, let's get some glue. Just cover the top of here with some Deca Patch glue. If you want to know the things that I use, I have put them on my wish list on Amazon, which the link is in the description below. I'm not suggesting that it's for you to buy it, mate. I'm just saying. I put the Deca Patch in there, the E6000, just so that you can see what it is that I use in case you wanted to get the same. Okay, we've got 1 coat of the Deca Patch on there. Just going to stick him on. Okay, he's stuck, and then I'm going to go back over with the Deca Patch. That's great. And while the Deca Patch is wet, Deca Patch glue is wet, I am going to grab my rock candy, Tim Holtz rock candy, clear glitter, and I'm going to sprinkle it over the top because it's my absolute new favourite thing to do. Okay, so that's got a coat of the lovely clear glitter. Don't forget to do it over a piece of card or a piece of paper that already has the bend in it, so you can scoop it all back into the pot. Give it a tap to get all those last bits in. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to give that a quick blast with the heat gun just to dry it so we can carry on working. Okay, there you go. It's had a bit of a blast with the heat gun, so it's nice and dry. I'm not sure if I'm going to put anything else on that base yet. If anything, it'll be around that edge probably. But I might come back to that. I might put something on it, I might not. But what I want to do now is I want to work on that one that's going to go on top there. And I know you can't see that when you put that on. It's just a case of, you know, it'd be just being a matching, just bringing it together to make it a matching set. Okay, I think I want to put him on the side of here as well though. What I've seen people do is wet around the image to tear it off. How much of the image can I get on? 1 second, let me just check how much. Right, top of the hat to his feet. Okay, top of his hat to his feet. And some of the trees. Right, I have all of the trees. What I'm going to do, great. Right, I'm going to wet my brush and then I'm going to go around the edge of the picture. Right, just round the trees. Don't forget, this is not a craft that I know very much about, using napkins. So I'm just wetting it and tearing it. I presume it's so that you don't get a straight edge. So it makes it nicer when you're gluing it onto your pot, because you're not using a straight edge, I presume. So just wetting, tearing it off. Then I'll just do this. See, it's got the straight edge here. Don't want that, do we? We want it like that. Right, okay. Just give that a little bit of a dry. Try not to set it alight because it's only flimsy. Okay, simple as that, I think. Right, okay. Let's just put it on, see what we think. I presume you stick it on and then maybe blend it with the glue on the edges. I'm not really sure. Tell you what, let's just stick it on and see. I really don't know. I really don't know. Right, let's get. You know what? It's hard getting into the bottom of that. I'm going to have to put it in a dish. I'll just tip anything back that I don't use. So I'm using the Deca Patch glue, I'm putting it directly onto the napkin, which you're probably not supposed to do, but I don't want to take the dullness, the flatness of the chalk paint. Okay. Gosh, right, let's see how we go with this. Goes upside down. Let's not put him on upside down. Okay. Okay, I think, oops, nearly pulled some off there. I think that has got, oh, it really blends in, doesn't it? It really blends in. Let me just take that. So it's stuck on there. That's it. The lantern. That has actually really blended in quite nicely. Look at that. Ooh, I like it. Look at that. Right, okay, alright, we might glitter it, or might just glitter parts of it. No, glitter parts of it. Can't glitter it all because the whole idea of it is that it's chalk paint and it's matte. We can glitter that because it's the base, right? Maybe glitter bits of it, put bits of glue on bits of it, right? Right, we'll do that. It can have a glittery nose. Right, we'll do those first and see how it goes. Okay. You can just get carried away with this rock candy and just cover it all. Well, I can. Right, there you go. So let's get some on the nose. Okay, then looking at it, I'm thinking some on the trees, and then that's it for the glittering of that gnome. Let's not overdo it. Okay, right, so far we've got glittery trees, lights, and nose. Perfect, okay. Right, so we want some ribbon, I think. Some sort of ribbon. What should we go for? Let's have a look at the Tim Holtz ones. So we can either go for these ones or the new ones that we've got. Maybe this new one, actually. Although it's got like a bit of a blue, an iridescent tinge to it that's a bit blue. I quite like that, actually. Quite like that on there. Let's see if we can wrap it around a few times what it would look like. Sorry, just going to do this a couple of times. Yeah, I think so. Right, let's put a bit of that off. Bit of that, let's add a bit of that to it as well, which is like sorry, can't see it, like a glittery blue and white twine. Right, okay, that isn't enough obviously, but let me show you. It does look nice. That iridescent, not bad. 50p was it? That's good. Little bargain there. That's not enough. Not enough. What else have we got? Oh, we've got them little tags, haven't we? I do like to use them. It's sort of pulling them all in together, isn't it? All the crafts, if you've got these matching tags. Right, let's have a look what we've got left. These were well worth the money. 25. Jingle. Wonder. Wonder. There you go, going to go for that tag on that one. Which I will tie on the twine that's already there. Okay, there you go, with a little wonder tag on there. Okay, still not quite enough. Let's see, we've got some snowballs, we've got some, so let me show, got some plain snowballs, or we've got our fuzzy snowballs. I think there might be some snowflakes, hang on. I am organised, I'm just organised over here. Right, there's one snowflake. Don't forget, if you do add things, if you can, add things like snowflakes and stuff like that. Try and add odd numbers if possible. It's not always possible. Right, we've got a star, we've got another wooden snowflake there. I'm just digging deep in the bottom of my thing. Right, I've got Frozen Charlotte, got a blue one. Sorry, one sec. Here we go. It's just next to me. Right, so we've got another one of those. I've probably got a few more of those plain ones actually. I've got Frozen Charlotte, should be wish to use one. Snowflakes, stars. Let me see. Where'd the blue star go? Even though. Oh, actually, you know, I didn't think a blue star would, anything blue would go. But I actually quite like that. And even though it's quite big, I quite like that. Right, it was a hanging decoration. I'm just going to snip the little thingy off it. I'm going to, oh, just let me plug my hot glue gun in. Okay, let's, oh, it's got a bit of glitter on that star as well. That's maybe what's just made it a little bit nicer without realising it. Okay, let's get a bit of hot glue on the back of there. Hold it for a second. Actually, I like that. That is nice. Is that enough? Maybe. Does that need something? I can't quite tell if you think that little stand needs something. You know what? I'm going to put an edge of the glitter, not the glitter, the clear glitter on that. Or am I? Oh, I've got something blue here. Hang on, I could tie the blue in. I wonder if I could put that. No, that's too much. It's too much. Right, I'm going to put blue around the edge there, and then I'm going to put the glitter over it. Just let me find some blue paint. Okay, I found some blue paint. I wanted something a bit darker so that it would tie in with that dark star. And I needed to bring that colour down here, I think. So I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, I can paint over it. I just wanted to tie that into that base, that's all. Right, so let's get some of this blue paint. Do a thin line just along the bottom, and then I will put, to dull it down a bit, I'll put some glitter on. Right, okay. Right, okay, little blue line there to hopefully tie that blue into there, and I think it does. I'm just going to dry it, and then I'm going to come back and put the glitter on. There we go, glue's applied. Let's get the rock candy. Okay, there you go. That's so that ties in with the blue star on there. I think so far that little Christmas pot, I'm not quite sure what to put in it yet, but that little Christmas decorated pot is done for now, I think, unless I can think of something else to add to it later. Right, so let's start on the second one. Let's do the big one, the next big one, which is the one with the lid. Okay, and the stand, another stand. Right, let me have two things. Let me have 2 minutes to think about what I'm going to do with this one. I think for this one, I'm going to go with silver and blue as my theme here. So, just thinking what to do first. We'll do the stand first like we did last time, I think. Right, what should we do the base? We will do the base. You know what, we'll do it silver. I might gild the top bit but paint the bottom bit. Right, so let's, my paintbrushes are just getting worn out and ruined. Right, let me see if I can find a brush that I can paint it with. No, I'll just try one of the brushes that I used. I'll get back to you in 1 second. Okay, so let's use the silver paint. That's the shabby chic one. Furniture paint. I'll use it on the base, but then on the top I think I'll do some gilding. Right, so I'm just going to paint that silver and I'll come back. It's had a coat of paint now, the silver paint. It's antique silver actually, antique silver. I've actually decided to cover that in the silver as well, purely because I just thought it would be too harsh to have that silver on it. Just a little bit too harsh, I think, because we're going for sort of a muted sort of tones. I could change my mind if I don't like it though. There's always a chance of that. So what I am going to do though is, because I can't help it, I am going to put some of this on it. I know I'm driving myself mad with it as well, so don't worry about that. Right, I'm going to put some glue on here. The Deca Patch glue is out, so I might as well use that. There you go. Right, as per usual, I'm just going to give that a quick blast because I can see where you see it white like that, it's just because the glue's a little bit thicker. So I'm just going to dry it and hopefully it should all go clear. Right, the glitter's dry on there. Now there's still a few thicker bits of glue that could do with a bit more drying, but basically the top's dry so we can handle it. Right, so we've got the glittered top and the silvered bottom. I definitely want to add something to this one, and I found this silver holly. I bought a load of silver bits, a load of wreath bits in the charity shop, a bag full of different Christmassy bits. So I want that one, I think, to go on there. Sorry, like so. Okay, so I'm just going to dab a bit of glue on it. Hold it on with my scissors so as I don't burn my fingers. It's a novel idea that I don't burn my fingers for a change. Okay, let's stick a bit more glue on it because I'm going to stick something over the end of that leaf. See, I've just stuck it there. Just going to hold it for a second so that it sets. And I think on the end I'm going to put maybe one of these wooden snowflakes, just to hide the end of the plant. In fact, while it's wet, should I stick it on? That makes more sense, doesn't it? Stick it on while the glue's wet, so we're not putting too lots of glue on there. There you go. I like that. Just trying it as I go. I really like that. Let me tip it up for you. Yeah, that really makes the base a little bit special. I like the fact that it comes away from the base, so you're not just confined to the middle bit coming out. I like that as well. I like things hanging over the edge. Right, okay, so for now, I think that that's enough for that. Right, so let's make a start on the jar. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my other new paint, which is the duck egg. So I'm just going to give everything a coat of this paint. That's the lid and this. I will be putting things on it, but I want the main coat of this, the main colour to be this. Oh, that's a beautiful colour. That is a really lovely colour, and because it dries chalky, it's even more special, isn't it? So I'm going to paint all that lid. I'm going to paint this jar, and I'm more than likely going to give it 2 coats, because when I gave the other one 2 coats, it really made it nice and thick and a good deep colour, even though or shade of white, I should say, because someone told me it wasn't a colour, it was a shade. White was a shade and not colour. But even so, it's nice and thick and deep when you do 2 coats. Right, there you go. I shall carry on. You know what painting looks like, as I always say. So I'll bring you back when that's had 2 coats and it's been dried. We've got 2 coats on this now, and it looks really nice, really matte, chalky finish on there. The same goes with the lid. There you go. They marry very nicely together there. Right, okay. So let's leave the lid to one side for a minute. I quite fancied along the edge here a frosted edge, but I'm not going to use my rock candy. I was going to use this thicker stuff that I've got. I've only got a little bit left. Hopefully it's enough. If not, I'll just mix and match with other stuff that I might just find lying around. Right, okay. So let's get some glue on here on the edge. Like I say, it might be enough, it might not be. I'll just do my best to make it go over it. I have got plenty of other stuff that I can put on, should it not be enough. Okay, there we go, a little bit of glue on there. Let's get our piece of card. Let's cross our fingers, because it is only a little bit. Right, done the edge. Let's pop it back so we can keep on using it. I've not covered all the glue yet. This is why having the cardboard over it is very important. Right, we did it. We managed to get a little frosting around the top there with that chunky glitter. Still got a little tiny bit left. You never know, might need it. But look how much is still left in there. Just shows you how far it goes, doesn't it? Right, where's the lid? Okay, save that for another thing. Right, we've got a frosting on there. Right, I bought today in the charity shop for 20p, that, or thrift store as you would call it in America, this little thing for the tree. Right, okay. Magic and sparkle, just a little metal thing. Just let me cut the... Oh, it's got a paper clip on it. Might save that paper clip for something, because I'm a hoarder. Right, let's just cut off this bit of whatever that is. Right, I'm hoping I can bend it around the jar. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. You know, we'll think of something else. But what I was thinking was it would go on there and I would bend it. And glue it, in theory. Okay. I think that will work. Right, let's get me glue. Let's just go for it. Sorry, just picking the glue off. Came through the hole. Is that going to stick? No, it's not going to stick. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get to tie on there. How am I going to get to tie on? I'm going to have to tie it on. I'm actually literally going to have to tie that on because I'm committed now to having that on there. That just won't. Right, doesn't matter. Okay, these are happy accidents and I'm now going to tie it on. Okay, I'll use some of this. I'll tie it on and make a feature of it because I really want that on there now. So let's go back down here and pretend that none of that happened. Okay, let me get a wipe. Actually, I'll wipe the glue off. You know what I mean? Right, I'm just going to give that a wipe. Give everything a wipe. Let's start again. Okay, let's pretend that last bit didn't happen. Right, let's get our... What's it? Let's give it... No cloths. So, I'm just going to wipe it with me. It's hot, 1 second. Bit silvery muckiness. Right, there we go. I'm going to put that on there. I am going to sort of bend it a bit with my fingers. You know what I mean? Maybe because it was being forced out. Maybe that's... Oh, that's better. That's better. Look at that. That is so much better. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to E6000 that and I'm going to leave it and I'm going to come back and finish it off. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to E6000 it on the big points that touch here, here, here and here. I'm going to leave it. That just needs leaving because that will set. No problem, just putting that on there to weigh it down a little bit there. Right, okay. I'm not going to start another jar while that's drying, purely because I just like to do one thing at a time. I'll lose my flow of what I'm doing here. So I'm going to leave that to dry a couple of hours and come back and finish it off. And for you, it will be merely a second. Right, I've just been pottering about. It's not been an hour. Not even been an hour, but it's holding. Oops, sorry, wrong camera. You don't want to see me. It's been holding. It's holding, so we might as well carry on with this one now. Okay. Right, so I have some... let me just stick this glue gun on, otherwise we're gluing nothing. Okay, I've got these little snowflakes. So my idea is to pop a few on here. And then also, whilst I was waiting for the glue to dry, I've got a couple of these different type snowballs. I just cut them to different lengths, and then I got this from the charity shop or thrift store as you call it in America, and I just cut one of those down. I just thought to add some blue, maybe. This is just an idea, not a definite. Okay, maybe sort of like that, and then I've also got another sprig there of leaves. Maybe I was thinking possibly to add on to here. Sorry, it's difficult to show it that way. I don't know. I'm going to play it by ear and see what's what. And I cut a couple of the the beads off it to tie it in. So whatever that is up there, I was going to tie it in with maybe a bead or a couple of beads somewhere else. Right, let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snowflakes. Right, I do have more that I can get. So let's see how I go on here putting these on. Right, there we go. Got a few snowflakes on there now. Okay, right, that's that done. Okay, let's tie around the top. Should we use this one? Whoops. Should we use this one? Oh, we've got a lid on, haven't we? We've got a lid to decorate yet. No, not that one. That one's just a little bit too bright. We might go back to tie it in with the other one. We might do the same as we did last time. So wrap it around twice. Got enough that way, okay. Then, should we? No, stick, you know what? Just to tie it in so it's a set of 3 that match. Okay, let's get the metal tags. As per usual, everything sort of crowded in. So I'm working in like a really, really tiny space. Okay, right. Tags. Let's get rid of those to there, those to there. Okay, we've got some tags. Let's see, what did it say? Magic and sparkle. So something that might go with sparkle, I think. Let's see what we've got. We've got a festive one. I'll just read it out. You don't need to see it. 25 again. Jingle. Bright, maybe. Joyful wish. Peace. Holiday. Merry. Believe. Noel, another 25. December 25th, a wish, a winter. Winter. I'm going to go for the one that says winter. Just because it's blue and it's frosty. Okay. You don't have to put that much thought into these tags. You can just put tags on. Right, okay, let's tie it round like we did last time. Wrap it round once. Oops. And then wrap it round again, tying it off to the side of the thing we've put on there, the plaque thing we've put on. Right, then we can apply the metal Tim Holtz tag that says winter. See? Oops. So the light's shining on it, so it's hard to see. Sorry. Got lights everywhere. There we go. Winter. Right, I've got another shape. One sec, let me see if I've got another. Oh, I've got a tree. Tree. Right, so let's just take that cord off it. We have a tree or a star. Can't put the tree on probably because... Oh no, I'm going to put it down because we've got a lid. Let me see, do we want a tree? Do we want a star? We want a tree. I think I want a tree. Okay, I've got to make sure that that lid will go on it. Okay. So what we'll do, because that hole is quite visible, I might just stick a tiny bit of clay in it. If I can spot some clay here, I'll stick some clay in it. Otherwise, I'll do it when it's finished. One sec. Right, no, I can't see any clay to hand at the minute, so I will fill that in with a little bit of clay, that hole there. Okay, right, let's just pop that on there, the tree. Bit of glue. I'm doing it with the lid on so that I know that when I put it on, it's not going to interfere with that. Okay. Go. Tree on there. Right, let's see about these other things that I picked. Right, hang on, let me tell you what. Let's get the plinth. Let's get the stand for it. Because this one's a little bit over the top, this one, isn't it? Let's stick it on there. Because then we'll get... Oh, actually. No, you know what? I think all we need to do with that one now, let me just tilt it back slightly. Here, tilt it back. think what we need to do is just do the lid. The stuff that I got, I don't think we need to add. Certainly not on that bit. As you can see, there's something at the bottom, something in the middle. We just need to do the top now. So let's concentrate on the lid. It's getting, I'm doing it in the afternoon for a change. So yeah, it's the afternoon for a change. I usually do these crafts at night, but I was too tired last night, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit of a thing about why I'm doing it in the afternoon, because I was too tired. But now it's getting late and Mick will be here soon, so you won't know this, but I'm going to finish decorating this pot, and then the next pot will be decorated another day. Hopefully I won't have lost my flow. So come on, let's go down to the desk after my little story there of why, where I'm going in a minute. Which is, we'll see Mick in a minute, because he'll be here. Right. Just never have enough time to do anything, do it. Right, let's see what we've got going on here. With the silver paint, I think I'm going to do the centre of the flower. I'm not very good at delicate painting. That's more mixed sort of craft. I'm talking of mixed craft. Model Maker Mick, I think his channel is. I don't know. It is linked down below. Mixed craft channel. He does proper crafts. He does models and electronics and all sorts of different things. So if you want to see a proper crafter, go and check Mick's models and things that he makes. He's doing 3D dolls, houses stuff at the minute. Right, there you go. Done a little silver line on there, but it's not enough. It needs something else. What? Snowflakes. Right, it's got the little bits of silver on there. It's not quite enough. So I'm going to say that we need some snowflakes on. Just to tie it in with the jar as well, I suppose. Right, look at it, it's still okay. Right, let me just see. Let me just pop that on the thing. You can't see it, but I'm looking at it. Right, that definitely needs something else. It's not enough on that. Right, I think we're going to go for... yeah, we're going to go for a bit of this and this. It just needs something else up here. Right, just tying the cord, the twine, and that whatever it is, iridescent stuff that I just got today. My 50p bargain. Oh, have we got any more of that holly? Oh, I don't really have. What's this? What have you got here? What's this? Oh, I like that. Oh yeah. How do I get that off there? That is a Christmas decoration that I got also for 20p. I do love a bargain. Right, I want that off there. I don't want that on it, do I? That is so over the top and hangs off the edge of the lid, which I like a lot. I like it. This is an over the top one. This, I suspect it's just on a wire. Let me give it a tug. There we go. And I've also, that means I've got some beads there. Some little clear beads I can use. Should I want to? Do we leave that feather on? Should we leave it on? Let's have a look. Yeah. I'm going to leave it on. Right, shall I glue that there? It's still got a bit of the metal on it. So what I'm going to do, glue, stick it into that twine bit. Right, okay. I am absolutely liking that. What I like about this one is that everything's come off the side of what we're doing here. So it's not, you're not just set with a cylindrical thing with nothing on the outside, if you understand what I mean. Right, okay, I think that one's done now. Let's have a quick look at that one. Busy. Wait, I did that thing hanging off there. Look at it, it's very, very busy. Even the base. So show you that first. Okay, there's the pot. Quick look at the pot. That hanging, I love that. That was a great little find. Okay, that's busy. Don't know what you'd keep in it. I have no idea what sort of things you need to have in a jar at Christmas. There you go, the stand with that on. That's just a quick show of that one. Now let's put that one to the side. Right, another day. And carrying on with this craft. I'm not sure what I filmed up to. Whether I showed you this finish. I presume I did. Filmed you this one. Finished. Okay. Right, so that one's finished with the lid. Okay, yeah, that's right. We put that dangly thing on, didn't we? Okay, so that one's on there like that. Just give you a quick show. Right, I just wanted to go back to this first one that we did. Just because when I put it next to that one, it just wasn't enough. Okay. That stand needed to have something on it. So I picked out a few of these little, in America I think you call them picks. Here I just think we'd call it foliage, something like that, but I think you call them picks in America. So there you go. I've just 3 little ones there. I've got another one if I need it. I've got snowflake, or I glued 3 things together just in case. I don't know, but you just needed something, because when you look at those two, oops, those two together, just tilt it for you slightly. That one is like all singing, all dancing, and then that one is nice, but it's not all singing and all dancing. So that's just a little bit too plain at the bottom. So I thought, come on, let's add something. Right, I'm just going to heat the glue gun up, then I'll come back and I'll just stick a few things on there just to lift that up a little bit, just like the other one that we've done, and then we'll start the third one. Right, let's have a pick. Make sure we're doing it the front, so we'll have him at the front. Right, I was thinking also I might just wrap a bit of that round this just to tie it in, because it's at the top there. So let me just first of all glue that on there. Just so that iridescence running through it, but it just sort of matches it to that a little bit. Not going to do it with all of them, I don't think. So I'll have one lay down flat like that. The middle one can be the one with the stuff on it. Okay, right. And I've also got, sorry, maybe that as well. Oops. Right, sorry. Let me just put that on and see if that looks better. Okay, it was just too plain, so now we've got, let's put those to the side so we don't get distracted by those. That is a lot better. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with that now. There you go. Right, I'm happy with that. That can stay there. Right, we've got one last pot to do. I had an idea. Do it all 3 colours, I think. Might paint it with the metallic. And then I want to see if I can use my jelly plate with it. I'm not sure if I can. I don't know if you can roll it on your jelly plate and whatever's on there will transfer onto it. I really don't know. I'll show you my jelly plate. I've only ever used this a couple of times, just doing bits and pieces on paper. But you know what? I'm going to give it a go. So first of all, let's give it a little coat with the lovely antique silver. It's a lovely colour, this. It's a shame that the tin isn't very big. Right, I've only got one nice brush. So I'll just paint this with the antique silver. Probably give it a couple of coats. Right, you know what painting looks like? I'll bring you back when it's got its 2 coats of paint on. Right, well, we've done 2 coats of the silver paint on that. Okay, that's fine. 2 coats is enough. Right, this one's going to have no stand because I wanted like 3 different levels. Okay, going to try and use the jelly plate. I have no idea if this is going to work. I haven't tested this or done it before or anything. Right, but what I want to do is I'm going to do it in individual layers onto the pot. I think we'll just try one layer first and see if it works. Okay, so I've chosen this as the stencil. I don't want to put it all over. Okay, I just want to roll the pot on in parts. That's my theory. Okay, so let's just pop that on there and let's choose our glue. So, not a glue, sorry, what we're talking about. Choose our paint. So I'm going to choose this colour, the duck egg one, because we, keep it all similar themed. Let me get a brush. Okay, let me put a couple of blobs of this on. This is not something I am familiar with at all. Okay, I've done a few little test things on some paper. I haven't done it onto objects or anything like this. Right, let's get my brayer or a roller, and then I'm just gonna okay, so I think that should be okay. I think let me just lift that up, revealing that pattern. Okay, and I've never done this before, right? I've never ever done this before. I don't want to put it all over, but I do want to roll it on to this. So, let's just go for it. I can always paint over it, can't I? Oh my goodness. Right, I'm going to say that worked. Look at that. I absolutely love that. And I'm going to do another overlapping one in a different colour on the other side, I think. That, I love it. I love it. Right, let me just clean that. I'm going to get a wipe. I don't know what I'm doing. You can almost feel me not breathing. Right, we've done that in the blue. Let me just wipe that off, and then I must dry it, okay? You can't have any water on it. If you do wet it, it does make like a blotty, a different sort of effect. So if there is still water on here, I'll just pretend I meant to do it like that, okay? Should we do the same pattern? Yeah, same pattern, different colour, I think. Oh, no. Let's do a different pattern, because otherwise I'm going to have to go off and clean my stencil, aren't I? Right. And I'm not doing that. Okay. We're thinking that's dry. Okay. Right, let's get that log burst on there. Let's pick our white chalk paint. Thinking about it, I better dry this. Dry this one first. 1 second. Okay, dry that one first. Right, we've got our little wood burst on the jelly plate. I think these are called brayers if you want to look them up, these rollers. Okay, lift that stencil up. Let's get our pot. Where should we start? Well, I might just go either side. Let's get the middle of that. Okay. Super. There's a little bit of a gap there. Is it worth trying to pick up a little bit of that? What do you think? Yeah. Just puts a little bit in that gap there. Right. I like it. I like it a lot. Got that. I've got that. I'm going to say that jelly printing onto there, onto the jam pots, was a big success. Right, now we're going to decorate it. So let me just wash this, clear this away, and see what we're going to decorate this with. So totally dry now. 2 different patterns, 2 different colours. You probably can't tell, but that is the white chalk paint. That is the duck egg chalk paint with the antique silver behind it. Okay, that looks nice, it looks lovely, but it's not enough, is it? It's not enough. Right, what we do want to do is definitely add a little bit of glitz to this edge here. So let's get let's get our tacky glue. Okay, right, we've got a layer of glue all around there. Let's stick that in the water. Let's stick the stopper back on there using a vulcanite stopper like you do, because I've lost the black one. No, Willow has. Right, let's get the rock candy just to tie it all in. Do it over the piece of card that's been bent. Okay, right, what's next? Just going to give it a quick zap with the heat gun just so that it's we're able to handle it. Okay, super fast dry on that. The eggshell, the chalk paint is super fast dryer as well. So yeah, the glitter dries fast and the glitter and the glue dries fast and the chalk paint does too. Right, okay. Right, we want to tie it in with the other two, don't we? So that they're the same, similar. So I'm going to use this. This was definitely a great 50p buy. Wrapping it around twice, roughly, and then I'm going to cut the same in the twine. I'm going to have it sort of half and half the front, so you can sort of see both. Well, it will have something on the front there. It will have something on there, but either side you'll be able to see two different things. I think that's the way I'm going to go with that one. Sorry, that'll spill out. Oh, not got many left now. You know what, we've got 225, so let's use a 25. Little metal Tim Holtz tag. Okay, I'm going to thread it through the twine that's on there already and just tie the knot at the end. Oh, we have those little 3 things that we... Oh, you know what? Quite like it on there. Quite like that on there. No, it's a bit dirty though. Just broke it. That snowflake's no good. It's broken. But you know what? I quite actually like that on there. So I think we're going to go for that. One sec. Let me get some hot glue on it. There you go. I quite like that with the 25 down there. I think we're getting there. Right, okay. I've got a sticker. I thought that was quite nice. I thought it matched the sort of colour schemes we were going for there. What do you think? I'm just going to cut the white border off. Don't like it on this one. Sometimes I do leave them on. Just depends what I'm doing. I just don't like the white border. I might even not even take this sticker off. The sticker, I might just glue it on as it is actually, just so that it's a bit thicker. Okay, there we are. I think that looks a bit better without the white border. I'm going to say it's going to go on there. What do you think? Yeah, I think so. Well, that's exactly what I wanted. A bit 3D. Not completely flat is what I'm getting at. Okay, right, that needs, I'm going to say, that needs some foliage on it, or something else. What have we got? What have we got? We've got, oh, maybe a little Christmas tree. Wonder if I can just cut that. That's a bit of the offcut of one of the other things that I've done. I wonder if I can make a little tiny Christmas tree. Let me just try. Right, I can't, it's too sticky out, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it back and flat on one side and stick it on. If it doesn't work, we've lost nothing, okay? This was just going to go in the bin. This was literally heading for the bin. Oh yes, right. I'm doing it, going for it. I've just cut that tree down. It was just the bottom of a tree. I've cut the side down flat. Okay, that's flat. Because I'm going to stick it against the sticker there. So the girl's got a little bit of a Christmas tree there next to them. Maybe a little bit more decoration, because don't forget this one's not got the stand. So I think it could possibly take a little bit of our foliage, or picks as they're called in America. Right, is that all the foliage we've got? Oops. I'll just have a look in here, one sec. Oops. This is my box full of Christmas bits. Well, one of them anyway. Right, no, I don't think there's anything loose floating about in that one. Ooh. Put some lights in the Christmas tree. There you go. Cool. Put a few of these on the tree maybe. What do you think? Oh yes, I am liking that. Wait till you see that one, sorry. Let's get rid of that. Ouch, I was just going to say I burnt myself, but failed at the last hurdle there. Okay, look at that. A little tree with little lights in. Yeah, why not? Why not? We've got a thing to put on top. One of them little snowflakes. I wonder if I've got any left in here. Yes, I have. Right, one of them on the top. Yes. Okay. Bit of hot glue. Oops. Bit more hot glue, I think, actually. Try not to burn myself. There we go. We've got a lovely little tree there. I'm attached with all these strands of glue. So, right, okay, let's have a look. Does that need anything else? Maybe that along the bottom there, actually. I do like that mistletoe. We're going for it. Oh my goodness me, that is amazing. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, okay, quick look before I show you all of them together. There you go. Okay, we're done. There you go. I'm trying to think of the best way to show you this, and I think I'm just going to have to hold the camera and hope for the best. That's the gnome one. We'd put the star on, we put the little tag on. We've put that embellishment like ribbon round it. I've put some little balloon lights, these little circular balloon lights, just to give it a bit of a detail there. I've stuck it behind the star, the little balloon light, and then we go on to the big one. This is the one, the lid, embellishments. That was the hanging decoration we glued on, we nearly gave up on. It just came through in the end. It's got a little balloon light behind just to make it a little bit brighter. So that's two of them. And then we've got this last one here that we've done with the little Christmas tree. Just stick that light underneath there, just to give that tree a little bit of a light. And then they've got some mistletoe, and they've got the twine and the cord with those three different sorts of, well, two snowballs and one sort of bead, blue bead, and the 25 on there. There you go, 3 jam pots, hopefully unrecognisable and hopefully Fantastic. I do hope you enjoyed this little Christmas craft, finally doing something else with my jam pots rather than just decoupaging, something a little bit more interesting there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and press that little subscribe button there. And if you've liked it, please press the like. It really appreciate it, and it shows me that you want more and that you certainly enjoyed this one. So yes, thank you very much. I'll just lift them up one at a time. Let it stand. Thank you very much for watching. Please put comments down below. It really helps. It encourages me to do more videos as well. Okay, so we go. There's one with the lid, the big one. That's the super one, that, isn't it? Sorry, show it in a way that you can see it. Super. There we go. So yeah, thank you very much, and Merry Christmas yet again. All the season's greetings to you, and see you next time.